Hey, what's up, guys? It is DJ. New and updated mods are out now for Farming Simulator 22, and today we're going to take a look at them. All 42 mods that released today. All platforms got 20 new ones, plus the Silverado truck, as well as 14 updates, and PC and Mac players got 5 new and 3 updates, including a Chevy version of this truck. Of course, we're going to look at everything new, plus customization, and review everything that got an update. Check the timestamp so that you can see what you want first. Otherwise, let's get right into it. Starting off today with new ones for all platforms, we have a new map for you, the Rainy Woods. This is from Carl TG and Pixel Farm. If those names sound familiar to you, well, they should. They also made the Good Times Farm, Oceanside Forest, Deerlands, Wild River Forest, Timber Valley, and many more beforehand. There's quite a few maps that these guys have put together, either together or individually. This is a absolutely massive filling map. Like, we're not even to the other side of the map yet. Look at this. It's just ridiculously huge. However, it's a standard 2x by 2x map, meaning that it could be on all platforms, and that's a great thing. Nice, simple-ish, but beautiful logging map. I foresee 82 Studio getting his hands on this and really having some fun with it. Here's your PDA, and, well, you own everything. So congratulations. You can also sell this for $83,000 if you want. Yeah, the entire map costs $83 grand. Not too bad. So you really have full sandbox mode here, but you have to do it all yourself. There are no fields, as you can see. Nothing. Nothing. We do have a sawmill. We got the shop. We've got an animal dealer, as well as a storage barn. Then way up here, we got our wood cabin and a little bit there, but that's about it. There's not a whole lot that you get when you start off, other than some actually pretty big equipment. So there is that. We do get a MAN truck. We've got a lot of logging equipment. We've got a pickup and a retriever. We have a tipper, chainsaw. We have a low loader, and we have something for moving around fuel, because you will need that. Next up is probably the mod most of you guys are here for. This is the Lizard Silverado 3500, and I don't know how in the world they got away with it, but it says Silverado on like every piece. Also, this is kind of weird because I have a GMC Sierra 1500 from a very similar model year. So this is going to be fun to check out. Let's do it. We start off with 400 horsepower. We got a manual transmission, 220 liters fuel, goes 86 miles an hour, weighs 6.5 tons. It also has a winch on there, which is super duper cool, but it's not on yet. Let's go. Engine setup. We have the 8-speed manual. We have an 8-speed automatic. We have a 10-speed manual and a 10-speed automatic. That's the one I have in my truck. And then we have, well, back in. So there you go. We also have these in different horsepower ranges, so 401, 445, and 550. If we go with the 6-speed, that's actually going to be the most powerful version that we've got. So yeah, there we go. I don't think mine has 445 horsepower though. Wheel brands, we have Continental, we have Michelin number 2, which gives us a bigger rim. We have Michelin number 3, 4, dually, and then back into a Continental setup. So all kinds of stuff through there. And then we have rim setups, which are going to be all in there. So a lot of different stuff to choose from there. If you notice, we've got the rims which kind of stay the same size, but we have different styles and different bits. So choose the wheel size that you want, and then you could choose the rim that you want later on. I think for us today, we're just going to go with a Michelin number 1. That seems about right, and let's stick with rim number 2. Now, front. This is where we've got the Silverado logo. We could do your fog lights, and then we can drop off that logo, or debrand it if you would. It's kind of a nice little work truck looking bit right there, but I like the front one with the headlights. Suspension, we have standard or high suspension, so we can really bump that up if you want to, and then you can kind of play with it a little bit in here if you like. Bumper, we have metal base with the metal bumper, and then we have with the black, and then the colored, and then a black base with metal, black, and colored, and colorful, so you could change that up. And then we have model number 2, which gives us kind of like this chunky boy off-road. This isn't like an AT4 or anything like that. This is something just completely different. And then that's where you get into the winch setup. So you really want to take that mount, turn it up to wild, get you a winch. Extensions. We have a couple different extensions here on the very front. These are going to be just fenders and things like that. I kind of like these, but on this truck specifically, it looks a little bit weird. So let's just make that black. It works pretty good. Extra headlights. So this is on the top. The LED. We have the lighthouse with grill, beacon light orange, and then we've also got a blue and red. So you got police. We've got amber on there, so you can do it like a work truck, something like that. And then standard, which is more or less the way mine kind of works, but I don't have those lights on the top. Stirrup and door handles. We have plastic, metal, and then one that you can color. And then we have, they call it a stirrup. That's a step, is what that is. And then back to nada again. Window film, standard, smoked 1, 2, and 3. Mirrors and hood scoop. So this is going to change up your mirrors and your metal, plastic bits, whatever you want to call those in the front. I like the ones that are the same color. So we'll go with that. Center console and interior cover, or color rather. We have console 1 and orange, and then console 2, which kind of changes up the center a little bit. That one right there that you guys see, that's the same one I've got in my truck. And then back and forth. So we'll go with that with a black interior. Attachers, we have long chassis or standard. So if you guys want to go with that 6 or 8 foot bed, you can. We will just make this large and go with an 8 foot bed. Shaft width, I think they call these engine spacers, but yeah, there you go. So you got that. You really bump those things out if you want to. And that's going to be for all of your wheels. If you got dualies, I think it's only going to do the front wheels, so heads up there. Exhaust setup. So we have a standard exhaust, which comes out the right-hand side. Then we can do the black tip on there. A hexagonal tip, which kind of changes the shape. That's interesting. And then some that come out the back. My truck has those HDMI exhausts. So you probably have seen that meme before. Colors. We've got all kinds of colors through here. Pretty much anything you can imagine. We even have a stainless steel. Do we have chrome? We do. It's ridiculous. Mine is kind of a really dark blue. It's not that. It's like almost gray. That actually may be the color of my truck right there. That's really neat. We've got suspension on here, so we can change the color of the suspension. I think red just looks awesome for something like that. Gridding number 1, we'll show you that in orange, so you don't have to go with that. Let's go with chrome. Grid number 2, this is going to be all the other parts. I bet that looks super cool in red. Oh, that looks so cool in red. And then we have our rim color as well. Here, we'll just show you what it looks like in the red, but yeah, you can do this kind of whatever you want. Let's put it out of its misery and go back to that. So that's our truck that I've chosen to go with there. Now we have all of these bodies as well. So we have the normal and the regular short normal. So that's going to be a regular 6 foot. That's the bed that I have on my truck. But you can go with an 8 foot bed if you want to as well. We also have the flat bed. So there's that. And then we have a service body. This holds 5,000 liters of fuel. Very cool, very cool. Let's take a look at just the regular bodies on here. So extensions on here, we could do the different extensions for the back, even if you got dually. We have the bumper, so we have a black, we have a colorful, and a metal. I think on mine I've got a metal. Well, it's chrome, but yeah. We'll just stick with black there. Roll cage. Yep, we've got those if you want to. Those look very, very good. We'll go with a black one of those. Bed cover and box. So you could do the bed cover if you want to. I have a bed cover on mine, but I'm going to do something a little bit different. You know what? Let's just build mine. Why not? Let's do that. Let's go with a bed cover. No antennas, but we do have them on here if you want. Stickers, we have the Silverado sticker or the range sticker. Attachments, we have a standard hitch. We have an adjustable one. We also have the fifth wheel, so if we take off that bed cover, that sticks to that fifth wheel right there, which is super cool. I've just got a standard hitch, so we'll stick with that. And okay, box, there we go. What else do we have in here? Main colors. I think this is the color I went with. Viking dark blue. It's similar to the one that I've got. And then colors for stickers, though we don't have stickers on here. So there is that. Now, we also have the flatbed here, which you could throw the same set of hitches on. We even have a regular like gooseneck hitch. That's kind of cool. 82 Studios working on something like that right now. And then we have our main colors there. And then lastly, we have the service body, different attachments there. We even have the fifth wheel and the gooseneck in there. You can throw a rack on that. And then we have all of our colors for stickers, grid, etc. Let's jump in here. Check this out. Kind of sound. Well, that doesn't sound like my truck, but this kind of does sound like mine. Let's see. We'll back it up here. We'll grab a hold of that. Yeah, this is actually pretty darn sweet. And this is for all platforms. There's actually a version that came out today for PC only. So if you guys play on PC, you have access there if you want. Now, this is by the same modder who built the 350, and the 350 don't stop. But then again, it's a Ford, so you guys know what I'm going to say there. Let's get up to about 50 miles an hour. Slam on brakes. It comes to a very smooth stop, so I'll give it at least that much. Let's take a look at our suspension here. See what the stock suspension will get us into. Very farming simulator-esque, so nothing crazy with that. We do have an unfold, so it looks like we could do that. Let's see, anything else? We've got movements from left to right. Maybe these are going to be our mirrors? Don't see. Maybe it's lights or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, there's really not much you could do with this once you get a hold of it. Again, we have the winch, so if we need the winch, we've got that. Otherwise, it's just a super cool truck, man. Super happy that this is in the game. Not a me porn, but it's not quite the right on. And then everybody's watching the Farming Simulator 22 thing in the back there. Let's just take a look on the inside. Oh man, this is creepy. Yeah, this is super creepy. This is basically what the interior mine looks like. There's a little bit more carbon fiber and chrome on mine. But otherwise, I mean, yeah, you got the 2 cup holders right there. Oh, that is super, super cool and super weird all at the same time. But yeah, if you want to build a truck like mine, don't put the red on there, but this is kind of it. Now, that's not the only truck that we got today, because we also have the Lizard D14000. It's from Slush's Modding, based around, I think, an old Chevy or an old Ford. Beautiful truck. I got to give it to that. 130 horsepower, so you're not going anywhere too fast. Little setups here. We got some hubcaps on the front if you want to. I think they look kind of so we'll say no to that. Forward setup, we've got a couple different bits through there. Horn, we have left, right, all or none. Michelin doll. Oh, hey, look at that. That's kind of neat. All right, pretty cool. Antennas, we've got those as well. Placards, so you can throw a little placard up on the front. So that's a deuce. I don't know what that is, but that says farming, so we're going to go with farming. Exhaust, we have a couple different exhausts. I imagine those around towards the back. Oh, there you go. All right, through there. Rear lane. Not quite sure what rear lane is. Ow! There he is. Well, that'll be it. Let's go with the white and the red for that. Window tinting, of course, we have all of those. Main color, here are your color palettes for that. Let's just go with a... Yeah, let's go back to white again. Fenders, we've got colors for those if you want them. Fuel tank, we've got stuff for that. Let's go with the chrome. And then wheel setups, we've got a couple different stuff through there. We're going to go with a black. Now, we have quite a few beds to go with this too. So we have the deck loader. This is going to go on the back, and you could just load stuff up on it, and you can change up the color. Then we have the tanker, 6,000 liters. You can throw some decorative boxes and a generator on top, and then we have main colors for that. That's going to do milk, water, liquid fertilizer, and herbicide. Then we have our grain tank. This is going to hold all of your different grains as well as bales. Does not have auto load. It does have different decals, but you can't see them when you've got the bell thing on. So anyway, main color. We've got decals, and then we have the cover color, which can be changed up. That's going to hold all bulk material. Then we have the tipper extension. This is like a dump bed. We've got extension on that, so 8,500 or 14,500 liter capacity. Basically making this like an old dump truck, which is super cool. That's what I'm going to go with there. Load it up. Nice diesel engine sound. And we'll back it in, and we'll take a look at our dump truck. Tell you what, might be cool to upgrade to both of these trucks for my Alma Missouri series. Although I've only got a few episodes left. We got 2 more coming out this weekend. This is a good looking truck, man. And I like that it performs like an old diesel. You put your foot on the floor, and it's like, oh, you wanted to go? Well, give me a minute. We'll go. There is nothing really that we could do with the truck itself. I mean, of course, here's your interior. That plaid on the floor. That's interesting. And then let's see if we can get up this hill. Oh, it either it's bottomed out or it doesn't have enough power. I think it bottomed out. Let's see if we can go up at an angle here. Yeah, man, that is some serious extension on the front. But yeah, it was a power issue. It just didn't want to go. Let's take a look at the dump truck dump real quick, because I know this is going to be a very, very important part. And I would say passes the test. That bit on the back, is that free flowing? No, I think that's part of the animation. Yeah, it's not swinging. Yeah, props. This is a sweet truck. Next is a windrow. This is the Pöttinger Top 612C. And there's so much customization just for a windrow. Let's take a look. 40 horsepower required, 5.9 meter working width, and 9 miles an hour. With spikes and protection. You can do without spikes and protection. So those are basically going to be added whenever you go into transport. That's kind of cool. Wheel brands, we have no wheel brands on here. Vredestein, Midas, back and forth between those. Standard wheel setups, spare wheel on the front, yes or no. And that's going to be, I guess, just for the wheels on the interior. Weight set balls, round towards the front, yes or no. Swath cloth in the middle. Then we have multitasked, yes or no. So those extra wheels at the front. Back fenders, yes or no. You could do without those. Design, we have yellow number 2, which is a very bright yellow. Both of those look right. I don't know. Go with what you like. Design color, we have a lot of different yellows through there. Not sure what that's changing. We also have our wheel hubs. And then a license plate. So much customization just for a windrow. Great job. This one probably looks very normal. The Rapide 5.8V 8-wheel tandem 8-wheel. Wait a minute. What? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. 35,000 liter capacity, 150 horsepower required at 12 miles an hour. This thing weighs almost 10 tons by itself. It's 8 wheels, like zero compaction. Well, I say zero. You know what I mean. Let's take a look at those wheels since they are definitely the centerpiece of this mod. We have Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, and back in. And we have quite a few different setups, including, do we have T404s? Yes, we do. Sweet. And then silage additive tank, of course, yes or no. Main color, this is kind of the neat part. So let's say I want this to be like a Case IH setup. So main color case, design color, let's go with gray. No, we will not. We will go with black. There we go. Frame color, we'll go with another onyx black there. And then we will do base game gray for the wheels. So you could literally use any color you want on here. Super cool. The unfortunate part is there's no Unreal capacity, nothing like that. 35,000 liters. That's what you got. Next is something pretty darn cool in a way that HR Forest are actually getting into the market of really customizing your vehicles without having to customize your vehicle. Customization parts. The first one is a bull bar, and then we have a bull bar with a grid and with lighting and all of the above. We're just going to go all of the above, and then we have colors for it as well. I'm just going to stick with the colors it gives me because it's in a box, so we're going to buy that. We also have a universal bull bar. This is for quite literally anything else. And then we are going to buy that as well. So Volvo and Universal. That tells me we need a couple different things. Let's go in here and buy a Volvo truck. How about we buy this one? That'll work great. And then it says Universal. So maybe we grab, I don't know, this? Let's do that. And let's jump in these and see what we've got. First up, the Volvo. Let's cut the lights on. And I could see where the arrow is pointing, so I'm going to pull up to that. And then we've got attach it. So we attach, and then bam, there it is. So with this, there is no extra movement, nothing like that. Nothing we have to do to make this work. It just works. And then we can actually turn on the additional headlights. It's basically like activating the new tool. So we can control those individually. Oh, it's so cool. All right, we'll stop that for now. Then we'll jump in here. Now, this is saying to get it from the other side. So let's see if we could take this little slow truck right here and spin it around and pick up from this side. Do we get the position? No. Well. I'm looking at the material for this. It says I gotta back up to it, but I don't think this truck has a hitch that I can hook up to in the back. Holy cow, this has a hitch I can hook up to in the back and then put it in the front. Oh, yeah. So it's one of those. You can just kind of adjust it. Can you adjust this indefinitely? Yeah, but you can do that. That is super funny. All right, so we will take this and make it look like it's supposed to be about right. Now, we can also, if I can make this work, adjust up and down. So if I wanted, we could do that and then bring it to about right here. And though that don't look right, it's fine, I guess. I don't know. How high can we make this? Yep. dumbest looking mod award to me goes to me. I'm sure you guys will find trucks to make this look way better with. So great job. Again, this is just the first mod in a set of things that attach to the trucks to allow you to customize them. I think they're doing like all kinds of different cages and bull bars and lighting and I don't want to say paint job, but like some type of decoration for Volvo trucks, so keep a lookout for those. Next, we have the Lizard Shield Grab, the Bell Grab, the 895. Numbers really don't matter here. This is going to hook up via a 3-point hitch, and then all you gotta do is pick up the bale. We have the Bell Grab, we also have the Bell Cutter, which is super cool. Attachment, we have the 3-point. You can also do a front loader if you want to. That makes this super useful. And then attachments, we've even got a little attacher on the top for a big bag lifter. Super cool. Feel like they've thought of everything. Got a couple Unia cultivators, the Unia, the G word, whatever it is, U410, U416. So we have a 2.5 to 3 meter and a 2.5 to 3 meter. The only thing is they weigh just a wee bit more. So let's take a look at this guy first. Configuration, yes or no. That's going to be for your wheels. Type, we've got old and new. Both of those look really good. No. Type of teeth. We have spring teeth and semi-spring tines. We go with spring teeth because that feels weird when I say it out loud. Warning signs, yes or no. Cultivator model. We have a couple different sets here. So this is where you go from 2 meter or 2.5 to 3 and back and forth between both of those. Colors, we do have a few different options, more than I would expect to see on here. And then we have this version right here. Now, is this going to be much different? No, we just get less customization options. Speaking of Unia cultivators, we have another one right here. This is the 350-1, 3.5 meter working width at 80 horsepower, 9 miles an hour, 1 ton weight. Roller, yes or no on the back. Wheels, we have a couple different setup for them. And then your colors, even more colors for this one. Very cool. Next, we have 11 different placeable mods, and so sit back and relax. I do say that it's really hard to have a full mod day without placeables, and we have gotten them today. The first one is the small metal haul with a small single door and big double doors. Boop, do that. That might be one of the first doors I've ever looked at and said, you know what, I could definitely fit under that. This is super cool, man. Look at the interior. The rafters look great. You even got wiring for the lights in here, which is so cool. Speaking of lights, is this where I turned them on? Yeah, and it's just normal. You can't walk through the whole thing and turn them on and off. That is awesome. Something else that's awesome that you may be interested in is you can change the color, bruh. Look at that. You can change it to every color you want. So cool. Great job here. Next, we have the Cow Barn set, and this is a set. So we have 2 of these in here. If you jump into your animals, you'll see here, for $200,000, we have the regular Cow Barn. That's the one where you're going to take a look at. And we have all kinds of different colors for it, which is so cool. So cool. And then we have a version that will hold our robot. So one will hold 100,000 liters of food. The other one has a robot, which will feed them for you. Super duper cool. It's from Lancy Boy. Again, thought he was done making mods, but here he is, yet back again. Inside, we've got places for food. You've got places to get your milk right here. Through the whole thing, you walk through it, and you can turn the lights on and off. Or, well, back there you could anyway. More places for your food right there. We'll open this up, take a look through here. What do we have on this side? Nothing. All right, well, fair enough. Anything around towards this side right here? Look at that. Nope, nothing down through there. All right, so let's run down here and take a look at this feeding robot on the other version. Again, this is the only difference. It costs you $50,000 to be able to get this. And then we've got hay, straw, silage, and do we have a little spot? Yep, for mineral feed right there. So we've got everything through there, everything that you need. One of the nice things about these, they hold 500 head of cattle. So big shouty outy to Lancy Boy for doing that. As far as everything goes, this one holds, it says, 60,000 liters of food, so that's how much is going to go into your trough at a time. However, it will hold 49,000 liters of hay, 115,000 liters of silage, and 49,000 liters of straw. But that's all individually and that kind of thing. If we come down here and take a look at the food for this one, it is just going to be, well, it says 60,000 liters of food, but it said 100 and some on the thing. cool. 150,000 liters of straw. Slurry is going to be 200,000 liters, and manure is going to be 100,000 liters. So yes, this will have manure. All right, we good? All right, let's move on. From Salobuki, creator of Alma, Missouri, we have Chicken Coop. This is a really, really small chickadee coop, but I can't open that. Oh, I can't do anything with that either. 500 chickens on here, which is kind of ridiculous, but I'm really happy that they did it because I'm appreciative. So I can actually use this the way that I want to. Turn on and off the shed lights. We've got that, but it only looks like we've got that right there. And then I'm looking to see if I can get in here anywhere, but I don't know if I can actually get inside this area. It's fairly simple, all things considered, which, you know what? Rock and roll, man. Rock and roll. You can also have your chickens, and they are going to be out back. See where all this grass is? That's where it is. Next, we have the Lizard Liquid Manure Tank, but these are all from Mr. Hector. Now, this is actually 5 separate mods, so it's not one pack, anything like that, but because they're all from Mr. Hector, I figured, you know what? He probably made them work in some way, shape, or form together, so let's just talk about all of them. So the first one, the Lizard Liquid Manure Tank, right through here. It looks very, very good. Come around towards here. We've got all of our pickups there, and then we can see all of the goodies through there. This is going to be found in silos right there, and it holds 1.3 thousand million liter things. 1.3 million. Yeah. All right. Next, we have the Lizard Liquid Fertilizer Tanks. These are fillable liquid fertilizer storage tanks, pricing 42 grand. Daily upkeep's $50 per day, and capacity is 166,000 liters. And we can even buy the liquid fertilizer for this, so that makes that super duper easy. You can fill it up like a silo. You can get it out of here from a silo. It's just awesome. All right, it's just awesome. Similarly, we have the Lizard Fuel Tank, also from Mr. Hector. This looks kind of neat. It looks, I don't even know. The design and the detailing on this is just absolutely immaculate. Perfect job, dude. Perfect job. Fill it up. 35,000 liters for fuel. You're not going to need fuel for a while. Next is the Lizard Repair Ramp. To configure your vehicle, simply pull them up onto the ramp and then come down here, and then you can work on them. So it's a ramp that has a workshop. There you go. I do believe that something similar to this was released at some point by another modder who got their mod removed because they stole it. I think that was this. And lastly is the Lizard Water Tower. Price is $50,000 and is a place water tower to get water without any cost. So actually the water that you get from this is totally free, baby. We got 3 more mods to go, new for all platforms. First is the Large Polish Shed, 8 grand for this. I don't think there's any customization options. And it has some really nice like concrete pillars with steel at the top. Looks very good. Next to last is the Mercury Yard Light from Legacy AG. Just kidding, it's Legacy Ag. And LAC. Very, very cool stuff. I'm glad they partnered together to release these. Now, going around, most of you guys, at least in the United States, probably have one of these things, maybe 2 or 3 on your property, just everywhere. I've got one as well. There is no way to cut it on. Comes on at night, so at least there's that. And then we have a version right here that's just kind of floating. That is supposed to mount towards the side of a building. So, for example, how's about we take maybe the Meridian shed that we've got right here. Is that going to be? There we go. Pop. Right there. Now, let's go into decorations. Let's go into lighting, and let's find our Mercury light right through here. We want to turn off the bit that makes it interact, and we can spin it, and then should be able to get this perfect-ish. I think I put it right in the middle of the logo, didn't I? Sure did. But it is there. Now, what is that going to look like from the inside? Just kind of checking it out with this building specifically. Does it stick through? A little bit, but like not much. Most everything kind of snaps into some type of grid and is not completely fully placeable. So as long as you got your grid snapping in, you're going to be just fine. This is super cool. I can't wait to put these literally everywhere. And your last new one for all platforms today is My Apartment. Not my apartment. It's just a Grimlock RRC. Their apartment, I guess. I don't know. We come in here. Obviously, you can see it looks cool, but you can't go in. We've got a place where you can park along towards the side. We have a place here on the side where we could change clothing materials if we want. But, yeah, not only that, there's no collisions on the fences here. So I guess that's a thing as well. Yeah, I mean, cool, but can't go in. So what's the point? All right, moving over to some updates for all platforms. First one is Court Farms Country Park version 1.1. This has added Bullet Bill's more realistic lighting system throughout the years or seasons, fixed the dark lighting in winter, removed the collision-only crashed van. The horse pasture at Court Farms can now be sold, and by popular demand, the area outside of the fields on the PDA will have the option to be purchased. However, you will have to start a new game save for that. Also, if you're playing on PC, this is going to be a different version of the map. So just heads up there. Next up, we have the Nutons Hedge version 1.1. Fixed the flying object, changed early game vehicles, removed the some required mods, that's on me. At BGA now allows you to sell balls without owning the land. Bales? I think they mean bales. Also, a new save game may be necessary for this. This is their first map that they've made, and hope you enjoy it. And it's the first update it's gotten to. Next up, we have Biberfelden, version number 1.1. Removed all stables except the cow stable at the starting farm. Reworked all the trees on the field edges, and some updates to decorations. A new save game is required. A very cool mod, the John Deere 6R series from Blue Ogden Modding, version 1.2. Price reduced, some XML mistakes were fixed, wheel weight models been improved, quickie and Hauer front loader options added, and beacon lights are optional now. From Vertex Design, the Amazon CombiDisc 3101 fixed the log error, and we have the same thing for the Amazon D9. Lizard cutting cart got updated to 1.2, changed rotating lights or beacons, and correction of plate distances. Small update to the Lizard P93S pack version 1201. Fixed tension belts difference between configurations. Quite a large update to the Lizard Rumbler van version 2.3. New additions, they've added more versions with different lengths of van. We have the short wheelbase, medium, and long wheelbase, as well as the extra long wheelbase. They've also added more version with different heights of van, with low roof, medium, and high roof, and they've added the bars at the top of the van with tension belts. Also, bug fixes and changes include fixing the configuration for manual load. If we jump in and take a look at screenshots real quick, we can see all of the different versions of the van. Another vehicle's been updated, the Pinnacle 6x4 tanker version 3201. Discharge problem fixed. Here's an update for all platforms, however, it's only going to work on PC. VDI Pigsty version 1001, manure system support added. So if you play on PC, you can use manure system. However, if you're on consoles, it's kind of there, it just doesn't work. So there you go, it's still cross-play compatible. Got an update to the storage building pack version 1.1, fixed incorrect description of door animation. Placeable Decoratives pack version 105, new benches have been added. This is also the one with the dolphin. And your last update today, it actually dropped earlier today. We added on Farm Sim News. It's version 1001 of the John Deere CS690 Lavender. It's a 606 SH and 608 SH, but I normally leave those out of the name. This was removed, I think like 1 or 2 months ago from Mod Hub, like immediately after it was added. However, it's back. So there you go. Jumping over to new ones for PC and Mac players. We have Green Mountain from FSG Modding Devour. We talked about this at Farm Sim News this morning, and I had no idea that it was scheduled for release today. So congratulations to those guys. Green Mountain, Alabama. This is a 4X logging style map and farming map. It's fictionally inspired by the U.S. landscape, and welcome to the beautiful landscape as they round out the base of Green Mountain, which we just flew over right there. At least I think. Work on the field during the day and take to the logging trails in the afternoon. Just jump in and have a good time. We have 56 fields total, which may not seem like a lot for a 4X map, but for this one, yeah, there's a lot of different, over 170 viable lands. I don't know what that means. Maybe there's 171, but there's a bunch on here, so jump it out. Actually, I see 174 right there. Was that 180? This is 180s. Nice, very nice. What else do we have? We have 2 lakes, 2 rivers. We've got a BGA on here, 3 drivable trains, 1 drivable barge, 2 town areas, U.S.-inspired crop growth plan, which can be seen here. We also have sell points and production chains spread out through the entire map along the main roads that support all standard Farming Simulator 22 crops. There's 70,000 trees on here, so have fun. There's also 2 large sawmills, endless logging trails, and no collectibles. So don't be looking around trying to do a short little TikTok showing all the collectibles on Green Mountain. They ain't none of them, so heads up there. Owned items, we have medium tractors, T7. We've also got a large T8, and we have a CH770. For our trucks, we have the pickup truck. We do have a brand new trailer. We got the New Holland header. We got a big old plow, big old cultivator, and small old seeder, and a header trailer. And that is about it. I'm currently running this at 4K max settings, and I'm averaging right at 60 FPS. If I unlock that, I can get up into the 70s, maybe a little bit 80s. If I look up, over 140, but yeah, not too bad, all things considered. I would say they've optimized this pretty darn well to be able to play like that. Next new one for PC and Mac players is the Chevy Silverado 3500. That is right. I don't know if this is the first mod. I think we've got a couple other Chevrolets, but this is, I think, the first real cool Chevy truck. Oh man, its own mod hub. That's super insane. Maybe in the future we could see more Ford, Dodge, anything. Chevrolet, GMC. Hey, where's my GMC at? Show me my GMC. Let's go. Nonetheless, this has the exact same customization options as the crossplay version, so I'm not going to show it off, but if you want that Chevrolet logo on the front and on the steering wheel, you're going to have to get this one. Next up, we have the Bonnel Multicolor. Now, I have no idea why this is called a multicolor. There are 0 customization options, but it is a 150 horsepower cultivator. So there's that. 5.4 meters, 9 miles an hour, 3.6 tons. Looks extremely good. Very well done. There's nothing multicolor about this, though. Your next to last new one for PC and Mac players is called Through the Years. Are you yearning for the days of old? Looking for an extra challenge? Wanting to play a bit different than you've done before? Want to play with the machines that you've typically never done before? Through the Years will take you and your friends through the years, unlocking newer and more powerful machinery each year as you progress. With heavy customization for your specific wants, this mod will restrict your buying options to the vehicles available at the time of your game. With a starting year as low as 1950, you can work your way from tractors and less than 50 horsepower and plows with 2 furrows to the new and powerful machinery of modern agricultural world. This mod adds a completely new layer of progression, as you know from so far many other simulation games, and you get to play with machines that you probably never tried before. The behavior of each category can be configured, as well as providing support for having at least 1 vehicle per function, so that you don't have to wait till 2008 to start potato harvesting. This mod follows the in-game years, which change in March, not January. So a year change happens when going from February to March, and not December to January, which is super duper weird. And in order to make that work, I think appropriately, you're going to need your last new one for PC and Mac players day, vehicle years. This adds realistic vehicle years to all vehicles, including attachments. The years provided for each vehicle has been manually added with the best effort, but there are sure to be missing or wrong years for some vehicles and attachments. Similarly, not all vehicles have been assigned a year, and as new mods will be added, they will be missing until this mod is updated again. They do say if you want to add your own years without having to wait for this mod added, you can do that without modifying the data of the mod. That's pretty cool. You can always add the year yourself simply by adding the store item specs.year value yourself, as this mod only adds it if it's missing. Super cool. All right, let's jump over to some updates for PC and Mac players to round out the video. Court Farms Country Park version 1.2. Fixed cows eating areas at home farm. Bullet Bill's more realistic lighting system through the seasons, allowing the horse pasture to be sold at Court Farm. By popular demand, the area outside the field, the PDA will have the option to purchase. However, you will need a new game save to do that. They've removed the collision on the crashed van on Seasons and improved the straw spawn area at Court Farms. Very, very cool. Great update. This is actually version 1.1 if you guys are on console. However, this is the PC only version. If you play on PC and don't plan on doing any crossplay, this is the version I recommend that you use. This is the version that I used for my Let's Play. Got an update to the Lizard Rumbler van additional features version 2.01, increased compatibility with the mod, and various minor functional fixes to the machine. But what are they? And lastly, we have the Multi-Fruit Harvester Pack version 1.1. They've added support for the new crops from the premium add-on. That is going to be carrots, parsnips, and red beet. Kind of upsetting that this isn't on all platforms. It's just PC and Mac only. It's kind of upsetting. And that is it. 42 mods later, that is it. I hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like if you did. Get subscribed if you're new. Join the DjGoHam fam. Do that notification dance as well. That way, you never miss daily farming simulator videos here on the channel. Got some fun stuff for you guys this weekend. We've got episodes 17 and 18 from Alma, Missouri, as well as a video from Thrustmaster, which is going to be a lot of fun. I'm a little bit late to that party, but it is what it is. Gotta love shipping. Nonetheless, just hope you have a great day and a great weekend. We'll see you later.